informed you is to make you understand what is ethnography, what it means to anthropologists, what constitutes ethnographic research, and the methodology. So, what is ethnography? We already talked about, and why conducting ethnographic research, why it is very important that we should be exploring the name, identity, origin, and history. These things also we have already discussed. So yes, the next topic we have that important to the ethnographers, anthropologists, is to explore and understand the community, their distribution, where they live, and their population trend. So their numerical strength have to be explored. The sex ratio, age group, rural, urban distribution, all these things have to be carefully explored. Then comes the physical characteristics. This is important. You have to understand their little bit of physical characteristics, their skin color, how they look like, and what is the color of their skin, their hair form, their average body height, body weight, like that. So little bit of their physical characteristics have to be also explored while conducting ethnographic research. Then number 4, their family, clan system, kinships, or any other organization, if it is exists among the community, those have to be carefully studied and understand. The family, for example, size, types, residence, descent, and lineage systems, economics and religious function, the inheritance of property, how it is in a family situation, how it is shared. So all those things have to be carefully explored and studied. The next thing that a good ethnographer should consider while doing ethnographic fieldwork is to understand their dwelling, their dress patterns, food habits, the ornaments, and other any material objects, material culture, which is distinctive to the community. So their settlement pattern, their regional patterns, variation, their neighborhood patterns, on what basis people lives there. So it can be their religion, caste system, tribes, profession, or so many other criterion may be there, their patterns of neighborhood. So you have to explore all those things. Then their dress, what kind of dress they use, they wear ordinarily in day-to-day life, and on ceremonial occasion, on special occasions. Is there any differences between sex wise, variation in their dress form have to be also carefully studied. The ornaments, personal decoration, for example, tattooing, this mutilation, which are also very much common in many indigenous community. So those things you have to carefully study and understand. The food and drinks materials, how it is prepared, how it is served, how those food materials are preserved, what kind of prescription and prohibition is there. You have to explore what is eatable, what is not eatable, within a family also, within sex, different sex members have different forms and types of this prescription. So you have to explore all those things. And similarly, if you find any interesting household equipments or materials, you have to record, you have to observe all those things. Yes, the next topic that concern while conducting ethnography is to understand the environmental sanitation, hygienic habit, disease and treatment. So what kind of environmental sanitation is practiced within the community, you have to explore and understand. Sewage systems, how it is managed, the cooking fuel, disposal of garbage, how it is done, their hygienic habit, how they maintain their body, teeth, dress, other utensil, how hygienic it is, you have to explore. Then disease, what is common in the in their community, what when someone is new death, yes, their local interpretation, how people look at the disease, how they interpret it, and what kind of diagnosis methods involves in curing such diseases, you have to explore. And it is also important that you have to understand and study their attitudes towards the modern medicines. Then the 7 point important to ethnographic research is the language and literacy. So understanding their language and their historical background, their sign, if you find across their sign language unique sounds, those have to be carefully explored and studied. Grammar, how sentences are constructed, all those things you have to explore. Education and literacy, many tribal communities, indigenous community have their traditional institution of education. Take for example, in my community, Adi tribe, we had till very recently the institution of Rasem. So how it is today, and those things that you have to, historical background of this traditional educational institution, you have to literacy level and level of education, those things have to be worked out. Then economic life, the economic resources, how it is utilized, who owned what right they possess, livestock, fisheries, and if there is any other things there in the community, you have to explore. Their divisions of labor, then the mode of their payment, the cultivations, method, beliefs, ritual, implement, equipments, production, consumption, distribution, everything have to be carefully explored. Then income and expenditures of the of a family, of a particular village, you have to explore. Then life cycle. This is also an important topic while conducting ethnographic fieldwork. Birds, there are many birds, beliefs and practice associated with bird naming, for example, the naming systems. All communities have their own unique traditions of naming their child. How it is done, when it is done, who are responsible for naming the child. So there are well-established, all communities have their well-established tradition. So you have to explore. Like that, conception, ceremonial pollution, diets, caring of those things you have to explore. Similarly, marriages, what is the average uh, age, age of their marriage, what prohibited relationships exist among the community, how people look at widow remarriage, what kind of marriage is very common among the community, their modes of acquiring mates, and terms of settlement. Some community practice dowry service, bride price. So how it is done, and if there is any cases of divorce in the communities, you have to explore the reason and how explore the procedure how it is done. Similarly, debt concept relate debt methods of disposals, how people look at debt and their methods of disposals, ceremonies connected with the disposals, their purity, and this pollution concept you have to explore. Moving on with number 10 issues that an ethnographer should consider conducting ethnographic fieldwork is the religion. So in religion, you have to identify their supreme deity, their benevolent deities, malevolent deities, religious functionaries, and calendars of festivals and their observance, and how people look at the soul. Do they have, do they believe in rebirth, and what kind of religious transformation taking place in the community? All these things have to be carefully observed and studied. Number 11, understanding their how they make use of their leisure time across the genders, across the age, and what are the popular games, traditional, modern popular games and sports in the community. You have to explore. Then number 12, this is again important, relation among different segments of the community. How is there any recognized segment?
मुस्कुराना भी तुझी से सीखा है दिल लगा.
Can someone, yes. So what I was saying, understanding the relation among different segments of the community is to be carefully observed and studied. If there is any recognized system based on territorial, sports, ceremonial, religious, sex, this has to be explored. How they interrelate to one another, what is their role and responsibilities within the segment, and how one segment interact with another segment. These things have to be carefully explored. Then number 14 that an ethnographer should consider is the structure of their social control and leadership. Level of social control, clan, community level, regional level, their customary laws, and relationships between spheres of social control and agency of social controls. The control exercised by traditionally recognized leader, modes of acquiring their office, and if there is any form of new political institution coming up in the community, these things have to be carefully observed. Then number 14, social reform and welfare. If there is any form of movement, social movement, you have to carefully study the intensity, the reason, the history, and the impulse of the movement, where from this movement took place. And if there is any social welfare going on while during your field work, you have to observe those things carefully. There may be many agencies, government, non-governmental, who work for the welfare of the people. So you have to carefully study and observe how successful their programs are, how unsuccessful it is. So all concerns and issues of the community have to be studied. Then, apart from what we have discussed, these are some of the other things that while conducting ethnographic research, a good ethnographer should consider. Now, the first thing is the sacred geography of the village. In a village situation, there are in many parts of northeastern India, if you come to notice, there are many villages, many places. Within a village also, you will get to see a burial. Their burial sites are considered as very sacred. No one can go there. They cannot go and cut trees in their burial places. Like that, there are many sacred geography within a village. Those things have to be carefully studied. And calendars of economic activities. Then the human nature relationships, how resources, and aspect of sustainability. This is important nowadays. How sustainably people are managing their resources. Developments are going on. It's a reality in every part of the globe. How people look at yes, please mute him. Yes, so how sustainable all those environment, the developmental projects, programs running in their community, status of women, naming patterns, folklore, handicraft, IKS, indigenous knowledge systems, if it is there, you have to explore. Then to summarize, as we have discussed, generally, ethnographers spend many months or even years in a place where they conduct their research, obtain forming long-lasting bonds with people. And as I discussed, the main aims of ethnographers is to observe, analyze how people interact with each other and with their environment. And while doing this research, anthropologists or ethnographers, they mostly use this methodology, participant observation, conservation, and open interview method. So with this, we have come to the end of our lesson. Now, if you have any question related to the lesson we have discussed, you are, yes, free to do now. Let me stop sharing this.
Sorry for the disturbance. I think someone was disturbing the class.
It's okay, ma'am. It happens sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, students can ask. If you want to ask any question, you can ask, sir. বাংলাতেও জিজ্ঞাসা করতে পারো, আমি ট্রান্সলেট করে দেব, অসুবিধা নেই.
Yes, if you have any doubts relation to the presentation that I just made, you are free to do. Yes.
জিজ্ঞাসা করবে স্যারকে? এথনোগ্রাফি রিলেটেডই বললেন তো স্যার, তোমাদের জানা বিষয়।
Yes, please ask question if you have.
না ম্যাম, ঠিক আছে, বুঝতে পেরেছি।
সেকেন্ড সেমিস্টারের কেউ?
ম্যাম এথনোগ্রাফি সম্পর্কে মানে প্রথমে কি বলেছেন উনি একটু আলোচনা করে দিতে বলবেন, কারণ আমাদের এক্সাম ছিল তো একটু শেষে জয়েন হয়েছি।
Dr. Ratna, she is asking that can you just explain ethnography in short what you have said in the first slide, because she has joined late. Just introduction part.
Okay, all right. So what I said in my introduction part is that this ethnography aims to produce a detailed description. What once a renowned anthropologist Clifford Gates said, thick description. So ethnography means to produce a detailed description of how people live, what they do, how they use things, what they need in their everyday lives or professional lives. And most importantly, based on observation in their real world setting. And apart from this, what I said is that ethnographers, they spend many months. They don't just go there for a month and then come back. This is not happen. In ethnographic work, anthropologists spend 9 to in many cases even years altogether, and they record everything what is happening in the community. And interestingly, unlike archaeological anthropology, biological anthropology, ethnographer, social anthropologists, they go with no predetermined theoretical models or problems while conducting this ethnographic research. They will go to the community, interact, and as the research progresses, they will accordingly define their research. So this is the beauty and uniqueness of the ethnographic research work. And ethnographic work is not limited to research work going out to tribal areas, rural areas. It can be done anywhere, in a city, in a urban areas, any part of the world you can do ethnographic research. Yes.
Anything else?
Yes. Any other question?
হ্যাঁ, কেউ কিছু বলছো? সোহিনী কিছু বললে? হ্যাঁ, শোনা যাচ্ছে না, আরেকবার বলো।
ইনবক্স থেকে কোশ্চেন করেছে, চেক ইনবক্স।
ইচ্ছে করেই দেখছি না, কারণ খুব ভুলভাল মেসেজ ঢুকছিল ওই জন্য। Okay, is there any specification about how long to stay in the field during ethnography? Jishu is asking the question.
Okay. So as I said, it's very important. There is no any hard and fast rule to say that you must stay there for 1 year. ऐसा कोई restriction नहीं. But very often anthropologists, social anthropologists, they argue and they encourage that if you stay longer, then you will be in a more better position to explore the every affairs of their life. There is no any hard and fast rule that you must stay there for this year, this month. Nothing like that. Yes. I hope I answered your question.
হ্যাঁ যিশু, আমি একটুখানি জাস্ট অ্যাড করি, যিশু যত বেশি দিন থাকবে তত ভালোভাবে জানতে পারবে, এটাই হচ্ছে এথনোগ্রাফির মজা। The long you can stay, you will get to know more about the community.
Right.
if there is no more question, then sir will leave because sir has another assignment.
Yes, yes. I have another class.
But Dr. Ratna, I wanted to know what are the difficulties one can face while maybe the students who are going from Kolkata or West Bengal to work in your place, like in, say for example, in Arunachal Pradesh, because it has a different cultural background, it has a different kind of languages. So how to cope up with this thing, how they can work ethnographic field work in that area when people are going from Bengal?
Right. Let me honestly tell you, going to Arunachal is not that as difficult as going to any of your West Bengal का किसी भी एक village में जाना. Same difficulty you will face even if you go any part of you, even your state or not West Bengal. तो यहाँ पे भी अरुणाचल पे भी not just Indians but many Europeans, many anthropologists from UK, America, staying in Arunachal for a very long time, conducting their anthropological research. I have known to many of them. In fact, I have a very close friend of mine who is doing his ethnographic research among the Bugut tribe for the last 7-8 years, exploring their language and their socio-cultural change. So if a person from Germany can come and live here for almost, it's been 7 years now. So why can't anthropologists from India can't live here and conduct anthropological? So यही है problem too. Yes, wherever you go, you will face some problem. Accommodation का problem रहेगा, and yes, there may be cultural differences, little bit of adjustment. All these things have to be carefully work out, and anthropology student को तो ये सब करना ही. Yes, ma'am. I hope I have.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. We are looking forward to go for field work and doing some ethnographic work in your place. That's why I asked the question. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, students, for your patience hearing, and sorry again for the disturbances. Next time we will have to take care of these things. Okay, then I'm I'm just resuming the recording, and let me stop the recording. I will give it to you. Shuman will give it to you later on. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ratan sir.